Hey everyone, it's been a really long time. Feels really weird actually. So yeah, I'm rusty. Apologies in advance. Things have changed really drastically for me. Some of you've learned through the New York Times that I was going through some pretty heavy stuff. I still am actually. If you don't know, organ transplant recipients, even after the 4th vaccination against COVID, some of us aren't developing antibodies against COVID. There's a lot of research that is still being done. Because of this and because of all of the changes with mandates, protections going away for people like me, we've lost access to basic needs like medical care, transit, groceries. Some people have to go to work without others wearing masks. It increases our risk of infection. Things are crazy. What's even harder still is the realization that a lot of people that I cared about, and strangers alike, see people like me as collateral damage and of no value. That's distressing. Because of my experience with kidney failure years ago, I feel like I was better equipped to deal with traumatic events like this. The way I look at life and the way I look at getting to the next day, the next moment, the next year is really task-oriented. A lot of it is because of my experience with gaming, and a lot of it is just from research and admiring people like Jane McGonigal.
Well, I knew from researching the psychology of games for more than a decade that when we play a game, and this is in the scientific literature, we tackle tough challenges with more creativity, more determination, more optimism, and we're more likely to reach out to others for help.
And just needing to survive. So I feel like I have something more to give than, just providing entertainment for you or giving you information about a video game, which, by the way, don't worry, updates on Beyond Good and Evil 2 will continue as they are, but everything else is going to change. Hopefully, as gamers, a lot of you are aware that gaming has been used in hospital settings to treat things like pain management and to ease the minds of patients while they're going through the most traumatic moments in their lives. A lot of people like to call gaming an escape, and it is an escape, but it's more than that. It's more than entertainment. It's more than art. It's a tool to help you find a way to adjust, to modulate your emotions, to rewire your brain. It's useful even if it's temporary because it gives you an opportunity to find a different path to your next task or your next tier of recovery. So typically I like sci-fi adventure RPGs and first-person shooters with tons of violence. But because of the pandemic, especially early on, I found myself needing to try different games and games that I would have never played in a million years before the pandemic. Animal Crossing is a big one for me. I mean, never in my life did I think I would be spending time catching butterflies and bugs, but it was so useful. The kind of monotony that the game has, reminders to slow down, really kind of made me stop and breathe a little better and just think of other things besides the crazy things that were going on around. It also connected me to friends in a more beneficial way. I mean, I know there are a lot of cooperative multiplayers out there, but a lot of them have violence and they're high intensity. And while I was going through all of that, I remembered the game Journey. Journey to me was a visual representation of everything that I went through from diagnosis to the eventual acceptance of treatment. I went in that game blind, and I remember being blown away when I found out it actually had a multiplayer. This entire time I was playing with another human being and I didn't even know, and the game elicited so much compassion from both of us. It was quite stunning. There are a lot of other games that I want to share with you, but today I just want you to consider that game that you don't want to play or that game that you played and you hated might actually be a game that helps get you through something in the future. Look, I'm not saying that gaming is the only tool you should have at your disposal. There are a lot of other things you could try. For example, I've been trying art therapy. I started messing with acrylics and just letting my body do what it wanted to do with no knowledge of art really whatsoever. And now I'm slowly transitioning to learning about how to draw. And some of those first tasks are so simple, just like drawing circles over and over again until you gradually go from a circle to the first forms of a face. See, small steps like that aren't that difficult, but they're very effective at getting you to focus, just getting you to simplify things enough that you can see things from a different perspective. And I think that's really helpful because you can apply it to other things in your life. And if you don't have the funds for art, because trust me, that stuff is expensive, try small steps. Small steps can be the most meaningful ones. Open up a window and let some sunlight in. Practice breathing techniques. These little things can actually do so much. Anyway, I really hope you guys have a great week. Make real life a cooperative multiplayer. Consider that there are people like me all around you. When you're indoors, please try wearing a mask. If you're getting groceries, if you're at the pharmacy, if you're at a hospital, on the bus, on a plane, please consider that we need access to these things and we need safe access until more research is done on vaccines. I'm obviously very aware that I'm going to lose a ton of followers after this video, and frankly, I don't care. I'm fighting for my life. I'm trying to believe in humanity as much as I can. If you're interested in following my art adventures, I do upload some reels now and then in Instagram. I might upload some stuff here as well. We'll see. We'll see how things go. I'll see you later.